I must say, though, Madam Speaker, that with all due respect to the member from West Central, this is really, Mr. Honourable Minister, this is really not what Jamaica wanted to hear from him today. With a spate, well, if we are in tune to social media, member, we would know that there are questions hovering around about an Integrity Commission report. There are questions as to how we are really dealing with mental health in Jamaica and the renaming and rebranding of a hospital that has leaking wards, overcrowded patients, and no capital budget for about 5 years coming from the Ministry of Health, with previous announcements about destigmatization going back as far as from 2019 by the Honourable Minister, where residents are not growing their food at the Bellevue Hospital because of therapy, but because of sustenance, because the food budget has been cut. My response is governed by Standing Order 11A, Section 2. I can speak not just about the speech. No, you are speaking about the response. Subsection 917. Okay. What has happened over the last week is that the Honourable Minister has been on a media tour deflecting from what is pertinent, his management of the Ministry of Health and Wellness. And we are seeing where announcements are made that the delay at the Cornwall Regional Hospital will not be as great as it was predicted to be. We are seeing about where the Children's Hospital is going to be delayed. We are seeing discussions finally about forensic psychiatry being addressed. And we are hearing about the mental health challenges that ought to be seriously dealt with by the Ministry of Health, but responsibility is being pushed back on the public. This is a pattern of no accountability and deflection, denying involvement, and then defamation of anyone who dares to criticize the Honourable Minister. So I will say, because it is not now to elaborate on every single scandal that has been met with this response. The archives are there, the Hansard records is there. But I will ask the Honourable Minister if, when the Auditor General's report on the state of affairs at the University Hospital is made public and brought to this House, if he will remember that he had direct ministerial interference in the composition of the board when they wanted to have a reformation of the leadership of that hospital. Because if what is out there is true, then whatever we have been about in terms of clarity, in terms of breaches of procurement guidelines, in terms of outright fraud and misrepresentation, overpaying for equipment, then we will see whether or not this situation at the University Hospital will need further drilling down. As we are talking about dengue, I will use my last 10 seconds to say that in Portmore, it is not just a fogging problem. The drains have collapsed. They're blocked. We need help over there. And it's not just about fogging. I have more to say.
Thank you very much, member. Thank you very much, member. Thank you. Thank you very much, member. Will the member from Portland Eastern ask his question?
Minister, my simple question to you is in relation to dengue. Is there any communication with local government in light of the fact that garbage collection has been next to none, certainly is there any communication with local government, the local government minister and the ministry in relation to garbage collection in light of the fact that you're highlighting dengue as a problem now and the prevention aspect of it being garbage is a breeding ground for the mosquito. So is there communication, and will you use your power in the ministry to ensure that garbage collection takes place, especially in Portland Eastern? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'll take the second question first. The Minister of Local Government and myself sit in a particular place every Monday, and there is no decision or announcement coming from me that doesn't involve his participation. So the answer to your question is, he and I communicate and we work together as we do as a government. And I know he's very approachable. So if you want to approach him, I'm sure he won't rebuff you if you have a concern as a representative of the people of East Portland. To the member who raised the other issues, I'm not sure if it was a question or a statement.
Statement by ministers. Minister, I hope you stick to the statement.
It is a statement.
Because as much as I allow the opposition member to go on and speak about other things other than the statement, in the strictest appreciation of the standing orders, it should not be so. And I hope we do not descend into that type of an arrangement. Member, if Minister, if you're finished answering the questions from a member, then I would like to know.
Madam, if you will indulge me just for one line to say that, the members seem to be practicing for the next general election. This election is done, the people have spoken, and we're on this side.
One question.
There were no other mics on, so these are the last two questions. I'm going back to questions. First, it would be the member from St. Mary Central. His mic came on first. And after that, it would be the member from Clarendon Southwest. Minister, your mic can go on third, and that's it. After that, we move on the agenda.
Madam Speaker, the minister's statement says the yearly pattern for dengue in Jamaica shows a distinct seasonality, with the highest incidence of cases being seen in the latter part of the year, peaking around October. What I would like to find out from the minister is, why are we now rolling out a public education campaign as opposed to earlier, and why a cleanup program for October and November as opposed to being a little bit more proactive, seeing that that is when the pattern says we have the peak?
Good question. Good question.
Member from Clarendon.
Yeah.
Southwest.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. Minister, I noticed that you did not make any mention earlier of the likelihood of not just dengue but malaria being a concern based on recent releases coming out of the Ministry of Health. Could you say what accounted for your omission of this grave concern as it relates to those from next door who are coming into the country illegally, where you have detected that there's a likelihood, your ministry, what would have accounted for you omitting to address that issue, which is a very important issue, I believe, that needs to be addressed? Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Minister.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. To the member asking about public education. The public education program is actually ongoing. This is the time that I'm speaking to it, and we are going to intensify it. And it's an annual event, so we do it every year. The cleanup exercise is ongoing too. I mean, when we need to do special interventions, we speak to those interventions, but we have had several special interventions during the course of the year for one reason or the other. Of course, we coordinate and collaborate with the Minister of Local Government on that score. So it's not too late. As I outlined, the greater threat comes later this month into next month, and it goes on until January. As it relates to malaria, member, we have a special protocol where that risk is detected. We have no record at this point that we have malaria here. We don't. Or where there may be a risk, for example, persons turning up on our shores from wherever, the health authorities are normally very involved in that process, and they do their necessary inspections. And if there is a view either that is a possibility, then the appropriate protocols are in place. But as of now, we do not have that risk, and thank God we will hopefully try to keep it that way. So the public doesn't need to be fearful.
Thank you very much, Minister. Announcements, Clerk.
Laid on the table of the House is the annual report and financial statements of the Housing Agency of Jamaica Limited for the year ended March 31, 2022. Thank you, Madam Speaker.